Hello. Ooh, we're probably gonna have a short stream today. It's pretty late in the evening for me, so I'm probably just gonna stream for maybe an hour. But I was really thinking about, doing some Route 123 here. So, yeah. So last time we did Mount Pyre, and so now we can go off to Lily Cove City, explore it, do the Team Aqua base. But we have this totally optional route here of Route 123. We've been at the base of it doing Berrymaster stuff. That's where I've been like planting various berries and harvesting over the past few days between the streams. But there's this whole section of route I have not done yet because you can't go up these cliff sides here. You have to come down them. So we're gonna do that today. But first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pick some berries. But yeah, pretty much my plan is like I'm streaming today. I might have some time to stream tomorrow. But this weekend I am totally out of town, so no time to stream. So many citrus berries. Citrus berries are like one of those berries that takes like quite a bit longer to grow, like compared to like a cherry berry or something. I swear it takes like twice as long. So you end up planting a lot of them because you're waiting for the current ones to grow, and then yeah. So now we have a bunch of them. Okay, let's go ahead and water these aguavs. And what should we plant? What do we have least of? Definitely these ones. I just picked these Maghost, so I should probably plant them again. I have some corn and Nummel berries growing over in Mavel. Should probably plant these Rabutas as well. Otherwise, we're kind of low on Aspare. So let's plant these Maghosts. When I think Nummel, I think of like, the Pokemon Nummel, which, may or may not be what this is actually referring to. I mean, it's not, surely. I'm always a little nervous of planting the last berry I have of a particular berry, because then it's like, what if something happens and stuff comes up in life and I don't play this game for a week? All the berries are going to be totally toast, because I think, the berry will grow, and then, if you don't pick it for a day or whatever, it'll eventually fall and grow again, and it'll do that, several times. I forget how many times, but it'll eventually stop and be just gone. So, it's totally possible to lose your berries. Not that any berries I have are, incredibly precious or anything. I'm sure, the Berry Master would eventually give me more of them. But there's definitely berries that do exist um, that are precious. Like the pinch berries, like the lychee berry, salac berry, and then other stuff. Enigma berry. All the best berries. It's funny when you're playing this game with the sound off, like just the awkward pause of how long you have to wait for Jinx's cry to come through is a little bit funny. Okay, we'll plant a Maghost. Just plant what we just harvested, reap what we sow. I feel like I maybe should have done this like before the stream, but I don't know. I would have been doing this either way, whether you see it or not. And I'm not cutting anything else, really. I just so happened to be doing this off stream because, like, I don't know. It's kind of a... Streaming this game is definitely a little bit different than just playing it myself casually. Because if I was playing it casually, then technically it's like I would play this on my handheld and I could just pull it out at any time, play it for a few minutes, put it away throughout the day, technically. Well, for a stream, it's like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to play this game for like at least an hour so that it's like worth streaming. Because it's like, you know, it's not that big a deal or whatever, but like, I do have to like set up my stream setup. I gotta like set up my laptop, plug in the microphone and stuff, get all the headset stuff set up, open OBS, make sure it's all working, make sure all the files are right, get my headset, you know, just all that sort of stuff. It's, like, not the biggest deal at all. But, like, it's a lot different than just, like, playing it on a handheld. Which, like, if I was just playing this game on my own, I would just, like, play it on my handheld. And then, like, you know, as I'm going to sleep, just, like, go at it, you know? Okay, so we have not explored Lily Cove yet, and we're not going to yet. I'm going to go to Route 123. Somebody once thought my username, like, they were trying to remember my username out of memory, and they're like, is your name 123 Butterfree? And I'm like, you know, close, but no. 23 Caterpie, 123 Butterfree, like, it's not that far off. I think Mount Pyre is where you can find Vulpix. We didn't really walk in the grass a ton while we were up there, but I think that's where the Vulpixes are. I think Chimicos are up there too. Could be a good shiny spot, hunting area. I say simply because, like, getting a shiny Vulpix or Chimico or Duskull, these are all options that would be pretty cool, I think. Oh yeah, speaking of preamble stuff, I should, like, you know, I just started streaming without thinking much about it, but I should just send the link out, just so I can at least send it to my one friend who, likes to watch it. So... Normally I send that out like before I even start streaming, because technically you make the broadcast before you stream. Even if it's like a few minutes or whatever. But yeah, brain's definitely not going to be working today. I feel like I've been tired the last week. My job involves a lot of thinking, and I've just been mentally exhausted for whatever reason. It would take mental power to figure out why, but I don't want to think, so I'm not. Let's cut down these trees. I remember when I was first playing this game, I like never had a Pokemon with cut on me. But it's like so useful because it just comes up pretty often. Maybe not when you get to the ocean areas, but in these areas, sure as heck, it's useful. Mount Pyre, where the spirits of Pokemon sleep. Will your Pokemon sleep? It's funny you say that, because I'm using a Jinx on you, and Jinx is known for... lovely kiss. Kendra. Ice Punch will probably do decent. Decent, but not decent enough. You know, I totally could have just used the Yellow Flute. Sure, let's switch out to Birdie. Why not? Get rid of some confusion and swap to a super effective type all in one. And if I check... I'm looking at Poke Earth right now. To figure out what Mount Pyre's like encounters are. So yeah, we're playing Sapphire, so like it's basically all Shuppet everywhere internally until you get to like the top floors, then it's like 90% Shuppet, 10% Duskull. Which basically was correct. And then when you're outside and you're going in the grass, it's 40% Shuppet, 30% Metatite, 20% Vulpix, 10% Winkle. So pretty high percent chance for Ghost still, but like, you know, an okay chance for Vulpix. Also Metatite. I have a Metatite in that I chained in, I believe Pokemon Platinum. Might have been Pearl. And her name's Julie, because I caught her on the 4th of July, like, gosh, when I was like in high school or something. And then if we go up to the summit of Mount Pyre and walk in the grass, it's like 85% Shuppet, 13% Duskull, 2% Chimico. So, definitely a low chance for Chimico. It's almost always Shuppet. If I was going to do a shiny hunt, I would do it in Ruby, just because I feel like getting a shiny Duskull would be more desirable than a Shuppet. It's a shame that Vulpix and Chimico are not in the same area. I thought they would be. And they're both pretty low. I mean, Chimico's 2%. That's ridiculously low. Vulpix is 20, so... Okay, so you said Mount Pyre, where the Spartans Pokemon sleep. It must overflow with a power that soothes spirits. Interesting. I also feel like I never really used the item finder much in Gen 3. Oh yeah, I had Poke Earth open. Because I kind of wanted to see what was on the route that I'm on right now. Quite a lot of stuff, actually. 30% Shuppet, 20% Zigzagoon, 20% Linoon, 15% Oddish, 9% Wingull, 5% Gloom, and 1% Kecleon. So very small chance to find a Kecleon. Some of these berry patches are just like so out of the way. It's like, man, if you wanted to come here, the closest place you could fly to is Lily Cove. You have to surf down from Mount Pyre down here and then run up here. Like, gosh, it just seems like you would never do that unless you were like just capping out all of your berry patches in the world. And it's like, yep, I'm just trying to produce as many berries as possible. Like, I don't know if that's even really worth the time. Elixir. I think I mentioned this last time, but it's interesting how the ghosts kind of overflow from Mount Pyre. They're on Route 123. I think they're on the northern route, which I think is Route 121. Which, yeah, it's just interesting. I guess that Hex Lady did say, like, oh, it overflows with power. But it's not a huge diversity of ghosts either. It's basically all Shuppets with a tiny bit of Duskull. Which I guess they just really wanted to, like, create a difference. Okay, we've got a Steel type here. I don't think Fraser's gonna work. And by big difference, I mean, like, when you versus your friend are playing this game, you're just definitely going to run into a bunch of Shuppet versus a bunch of Duskull. And you'll be able to exchange and see that difference. And, like, for one, it's just, like, overflowing. I don't have an amazing switch in for this guy. I'm gonna switch in Fraser. But yeah, like, in this game, Sapphire, you're, like, drowning in Shuppets, while, like, you might not have run into a Duskull. I ran into a couple, because I got lucky. So it's just one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, you know, definitely trade me a Duskull, and I will definitely trade you a Shuppet, and it's totally worth it. So yeah, interesting with this Ice Punch is, like, it's doing a decent amount, and it's also, like, you know, if I had Ice Beam, you know, Ice Beam wouldn't be a one-hit KO there. Like, Ice Punch was 2-hit, Ice Beam would probably be 2-hit. For this Roselia, this is probably going to one-hit. Yeah. Like, 75 versus 90, it's smaller distinction. You pass with flying colors. To best even me, your strength. Marvelous. Okay. You seem to have a big collection of gym badges. Let me see if you're actually worthy of those gym badges. Well, I'm actually worthy of the gym badges because I earned them. Like, I fought gym leaders, and, you know, you're not a gym leader. I don't think you have actually any authority to claim that I did not earn these badges, sir. You got a lot of Pokemon, that's for sure. good case of why Ice Punches may be better than Ice Beam, you know. Got a lot of punching to do, and we've probably run out of beams. We're not gonna Ice Punch a Whalmer though, I'll tell you that. Can bite him. I think Venomoth is actually the way to go. Pretty decent. That's an obvious switch. When you got steel types, you know, there's a clear Pokemon to use for that, basically. Ooh, Hyper Potion. But yes, speaking of steel types, this is Sapphire, so we know who the champion of this game is, so I think Bernie might have some work cut out for her. Not that it'll be, like, ridiculously hard, but just that she'll have, you know, a field day. Yeah, Shiftry, huh? Think back to Fraser. Oh, you're worthy, all right. Thank you. You did your badges proud in that match, and yeah, you know, I'm being a little facetious. I know that him saying, like, oh, see if you're worthy of your badges, he's not, like, actually challenging me. He's just, like, being like, oh, you've got badges. I want to find somebody who's strong. Show me what you got. Don't be too happy if your Pokemon develops psychic powers. You need to refine those powers to make them really useful. Yeah, dude, I know. Like, I've got at least 2 party members who have psychic powers, and, you know, they're kind of stuck with confusion right now, and it's, you know, I could, you know, spend money to teach them psychic, and it would probably be better, but I'm just a cheap son of a gun for now, so I haven't done it yet. Hey, we got the freeze. Freezer's doing her job. I didn't heal the paralysis. It makes sense to get Chompster in there when we can, just because she's the last one who hasn't evolved. And also we're gonna, like, go into the ocean, where it's gonna be harder to win with, like, water and ice moves. Also, Cosmic Power is such a cool move. So, like, you know, when you first play these games, you, as a kid, you pretty much always use attacking moves. Like, it's like, oh, why would I ever use Growl? Why would I ever use Leer? Like, those moves don't do damage. That doesn't get me any closer to winning. I need to, you know, knock them out. But I think Cosmic Power might have been the first move that I learned, like, oh, actually, this shit's worth using. Hold on, let me read this. We all have psychic powers, we've just forgotten how to use them. That's actually a deep thing to say. So, I remember being very confused as a kid about what the stat stages actually did. So like, because I remember, like the game isn't explicit in like what's a permanent stat condition versus like a temporary one. So I remember like when I was just like, okay, like I want to get better at this game. I'm gonna experiment with more moves for the kind of the first time, and I remember specifically having a Curlia, and I'm like, okay, this Curlia, I'm gonna teach it Calm Mind. So this Curlia had Calm Mind. So I would literally, I went to like Route 101, went into the grass, and I would just sit in the grass and use Calm Mind over and over and over again until it said it couldn't go any higher, and then I would beat the Pokemon. And I would do that for a bunch of fights, thinking like, oh, like this is making my special attack and speed better, like permanently, like or something. Like I was training, like it's sort of like the thought of EVs, except instead of fighting the Pokemon that give you the EVs, it's like doing the right thing to like get EVs. That's not exactly like what I thought as a kid because I had no concept of how it worked. So I was just like, oh yeah, this must be working, right? But no. But I remember the actual like one of the first like moves like that I really I think realized was right was like Cosmic Power because I don't remember the exact context, but I feel like I was I remember the Curlia and Calm Mind one very vividly. I don't remember the Cosmic Power one as vividly, but I was either using Cosmic Power or my opponent was using Cosmic Power. And it was just like, holy crap, like, they've used Cosmic Power a few times, and now, like, you can't, like, your damage just does freaking nothing to them. And that's when I realized, like, how strong kind of stat-boosting moves were. You use Cosmic Power a few times, and you're just, like, you can't be killed. It was, like, a realization. It was, like, so cool. It was, like, wow. Like, you become incredibly strong when you do that. I couldn't really believe it. Speaking of things I can't believe I still have the Acro Bike. I should have switched back to the Mach Bike. It's just so much faster. Also, I'm not totally sure if it's even possible to do every direction on Route 123 on one go. I feel like I was close, but it didn't quite work out. Oops. Oops. Register that son of a gun. Okay. Calcium. That is going straight on somebody. So many of our Pokemon need calcium. I mean, really all four of these guys, right? I feel like Fraiser's the one who needs it most. see what's in this water. I guess I do have the Poke Earth up on my other screen here, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's anything special. 60% Tentacle, 35% Winkle, 5% Pelipper. Old Rod's like mostly Magikarp, some Tentacool. Good Rod, you can get a Whalmer. Super Rod's 100% Whalmer. Very interesting. Okay. Well, we did that. So I guess we've successfully accomplished the title of the stream, which is nice. And we've only been going for 30 minutes. I feel like that's a new record for achievements. So I'm going to explore Lilycove because I haven't really done that in earnest yet. Pokemon Trainer Fan Club. The names of trainers are scribbled all over the sign. Whatever anyone says, my favorite trainer is Dewford's gym leader, Brawley. Everyone here, we're huge fans of Pokemon battles. We discuss who we consider to be the strongest of all trainers. If we were to become famous, we might even become your fans. Oh, how very nice. I've been hearing things about a tough new trainer. This trainer is supposed to be beating gym leaders even. Do you know anything about this new trainer? Oh yeah, Wally. I know him. My favorite trainer is cool, strong, and really nice. I wish there was a trainer like that. Unfortunately, no such thing. So I don't really recall exactly what goes on in this trainer fan club house, but I'm pretty sure like once you become champion, like maybe you get some fans in here, and like maybe depending on how many times you beat the champion, it affects it. I actually don't really remember. If this whole wide world becomes ours, Team Aqua's, it'll be a happier place for Pokemon too. Aha. I was taking a relaxing snooze at the seaside inn to the sound of waves when someone stole my Pokemon. Who's the abductor? Team Aqua? Is it Team Aqua? Probably. That's actually crazy, because I don't remember saving any Pokemon in this game. Yeah, because it'd be nice to, like, return it to her. I'm thinking, like, in Pokemon Coliseum and actually Gale of Darkness, that's totally something you would do. People get their Pokemon stolen, you go and get them and bring them back. You also, you know, technically steal a bunch of Pokemon in that game, but you're just, you know, purifying them because they've been tortured. So they doubled the guests by using Pokemon as attractions. Well, maybe I should make a cute Pokemon our mascot in. Wonder if it'll attract more guests to stay with us. Oh, sorry, I was too involved watching TV. Since Team Aqua came to town, the tourists have stayed away. Yeah, I feel like decorating your hotel with Pokemon, that would help. In real life, too. Hey, down in front, I can't see the TV. It's funny, because they make the TV flash like this, and they make you used to being like, when you see that, you're supposed to go up and click on it, but... So, it's like begging for you to walk in front of them. Yeah, your inn's pretty quiet here. Especially if that lady who was staying here got her Pokemon nabbed while she was staying there. Like, that's bad for business right there. Pokemon Contest Master Rank Registration. Enter the contest with your friends. Is that something you can do multiplayer in Gen 3? If it is, I've never done it. And I think the only time I've ever linked up with somebody to blend berries was like once, and then like way later on, like I borrowed a bunch of Game Boys and games to like do berry blending for 4 to actually max out all the contest stats in one Pokemon. It was a Butterfree I got from XE Gale of Darkness. I have it in my Gen 4 game somewhere, I think. The Pokemon that come to this contest are all prize winners. They come from all over the country. My heart swells with excitement. But yeah, this Butterfree, I think I still have it in Gen 3 because, like, I made a clone of it using the Emerald clone glitch, but, you know, in reality, it's basically, like, it's in Gen 4. But yeah, this guy says people come from all over the country to do contests, and it makes sense because it's like, I feel like all the towns leading up to this point have been the different rankings of contests, and so it's almost like Pokemon gyms, where it's kind of this you know, national-wide activity, and then people come to Lily Cove for the national finals, essentially, the master rank. We'll go in there here soon enough. Oh, wow. When my wife gave birth to quadruplets, you bet I was shocked, but now seeing them play together makes me happy. Oh my, are you traveling alone? But you're so good. But you're so young. Good for you. I'm sure my kids could learn a thing or two from you. Me, I'm a master of Pokeblocks. If I get serious just a little, why, I can concoct great Pokeblocks. Would you like to learn from me, master of Pokeblocks? Yes. Oh good, you're a smart soul, so this is a bit long, so listen up. Are you ready? If you look at Pokeblocks, you should see that they are rated on how they feel. The lower the feel rating, the better it is. Don't forget this. A good Pokeblock has a low feel rating and a high level. A Pokemon can eat more good Pokeblocks than ordinary ones, too. And this is important. If you want to make smooth Pokeblocks, use different kinds of berries. Don't be stingy. The kinds of berries affect the smoothness of Pokeblocks. And another thing, the more people blending berries, the smoother the Pokeblocks. That's why you should talk to other people and make Pokeblocks together. That's about all you need to know. So if everyone had Pokemon they love, smooth Pokeblocks, and a loving family, the world would be a happier place. Don't give up, dear. Yeah, that's definitely true. The smoothness level, or the feel that she's talking about, like, once you've, like, add that up to 100 or whatever the number is, then you filled up the circle, and you cannot fill it up anymore. Do I have condition here? Yeah. So, like, your, you know, feel / smoothness is like, there's that 1-star flashing above Jink's head there. You'll eventually get a bunch of those that form a circle around the Pokemon. Once the circle is full, they cannot eat anymore. Meanwhile, your contest sets are your 5, sides of the pentagon there. And, I mean, like, the 5 axes of it. So basically, you need to make the highest level Pokeblocks as possible, because, like, level directly contributes to filling up the axes on the pentagram, or I mean pentagon. And then feel is going to contribute to filling up the circle around Jinx. And once that circle's full, you cannot feed it anymore. So you need to make that ratio extremely good. I don't think we'll be doing... I mean, I've been planting a lot of berries, so I might do that at some point, but I don't know. I would need to get my other games to on point for that, and I don't think I quite have the hardware to pull it off. I think I have exactly 4 systems that can connect, because I have my analog pocket here that I'm playing this on. I have 2 original Game Boy Advances, then I have a Game Boy Advance player on the bottom of my GameCube. So I could technically link 4 systems, but I only have 3 games that can link. I have a Ruby, a Sapphire, and an Emerald. Fire Red and Leaf Green can't do it. We're going to make Super Pokeblocks with a berry blender. And, I mean, you are the kids of the lady who is the Pokeblock master, so it makes sense that she'd have you doing that. Lake Cove Silly Harbor, the Ferry SS titles under construction in Slateport City. Service is scheduled to begin shortly. The thing is, by the time you get here, you already have the Fly HM and probably the Gym Badge to be able to fly, so there's really no need to ever take this ferry. Until they finished making the ferry, we sailors had nothing to do. I wish they'd get a move on. The folks over at the shipyard in Slateport. I beg your pardon, you're looking for a ship? I'm sorry, this ferry service isn't available at present. And I haven't gone down this way. Even as we grow old and wrinkled, the sea remains forever young with the vibrant brilliance of life. It was 60 years ago that my husband proposed to me here. The sea remains as beautiful as ever. No. Wow, a max repel. Okay, there's a hidden item out on that rock, but we'd have to go all the way around to get it, so we'll get there eventually. Let's explore the contest hall. Oh dear, they still haven't given you a contest pass? You should go get one in Verdant Turf Town right away. Such a thrill having others see Pokemon that you've raised with care and love. Yeah, I guess I never picked that up? I don't know. I made Pokeblocks with Mom, Dad, and Big Sister. They turned out great. I bet you can make smoother, better Pokeblocks if you have more people. That is indeed true. Yeah, I think we got the Pokeblock case from Verdant Turf, or... No, we got that in Slateport, and then I guess the contest pass you don't get until Verdant Turf. Because that's actually the lowest level contest, because the one in Slateport is actually not the lowest, funnily enough. The toughness contest is, like, extreme, man. Those muscular appeals, cascading sweat, ice, swoon. Wow, good for you. It's funny, they're like, oh yeah, like, you gotta... Yeah, I literally never did multiplayer contests. I don't know if I ever would have that opportunity. I feel like that'd be a really fun tournament or competition. It's also funny how it's like, oh yeah, you have to go to Verdant Turf, because technically that's the normal rank contests, and you have to do those ones first, so... We just make you get the contest pass there at all first. Hoo boy! Master Rank contest, here I come. The world will know that my dearest Pokemon is the cutest being in all existence. The time has come. Day in and day out, I lavish my care on this Pokemon. Its condition is peaking. Today, victory is mine. Hello, sir. When you get up to Master Rank contests, you get the eyes open to striking Pokemon that just scream to be painted. Here we have a tough contest winner, a Labred. Here we have a cute contest winner, a Gulpin named Gulps. And here we have a smart contest winner, Amar's Kitsy, a Delcatty. And then over here, we're gonna say that the highest speed we ever spun was El Zippo. This Pokemon won the beauty contest here before. Well, guess what? Today I made it win a smartness contest. My ability to scare even me. Oh yeah, good for you. My Pokemon has never won in a battle, but put it in a contest and look out. It's true, battle proficiency doesn't really align with contest proficiency. The move kind of requirements are totally different. My Pokemon's Petal Dance is a marvel of elegance. I won't let anyone disturb its performance. Everyone's Pokemon are very cute. However, if my Pokemon were to make a cute appeal, I'm sure it would be so much cuter than the others. Oh no, my sweet Azurill was distracted by the other Pokemon. That's Mechanic. Uh-oh, hello, we're in the middle of a contest. Please enter at our registration counter and... I'm out? Okay. Oh, such charming and cute appeals. Oh my goodness, what a perfectly adorable water sport appeal. Water sport. Well, at least it's useful in contests, maybe? Oh, seeing all these cute Pokemon, they make me want to get my own. I'm gonna go catch some. I think that girl over there is the cutest of the lot. What's that? They're judging Pokemon by their looks? Dude. Get out. My child is in this contest. Come on, dear, go for it. Your Pokemon is the best. Yes, it is. This is quite the contest hall. It's the biggest one for a reason. That young man who earlier had a whole bunch of different Pokeblocks, can you win if you had that many? If you had that many of those things? Can you win if you had that many of those things? Yeah, I mean, you gotta max out your stats if you want to have any chance of winning, especially, if you want to win multiple different kinds. A Pokemon this beautiful, there isn't another one like it. Everyone's eyes will be glued to my beauty. Wah! I brushed and grew my Pokemon carefully for this contest, but I overdid it. My Pokemon's coat turned all scraggly. What should I do? This Aurora Beam is so dazzling, the judge won't even be able to see it. Oh, wait a second. It's meaningless then. This pretty Pokemon looks just like me when I was younger. Right when I said that, my husband spewed coffee he was drinking. Did I say something funny? Every Pokemon here is the model of pristine beauty. Well, I almost forgot to score them. Are you entering the beauty contest too? Good luck. And you can tell it's the beauty contest because it's got the blue centerpiece. You know, as a woman, if I win at a beauty contest, sure, it makes me happy more than usual anyway. Wahaha! Well, you take a gander at all those pretty Pokemon. I just love this sort of glitz. You can't always win on just beauty alone. You have to groom your Pokemon so it's nice and glossy, like mine. Well, in this game, grooming them is essentially just, you know, feeding them the right cubes. I've entered a bunch of contests, so I'm seeing how things work. If you're in a coolness contest, cool moves go over as appeals. But smart moves and cute moves don't go over so well, for instance. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Like, the only moves that they, like, you know, really want to see is, like, in a toughness contest, you have to do tough moves. But then there's some, like, if you don't do a tough move, then some are better than others, for sure. Like, I think if you try to do a beauty move in a toughness contest, they actually really don't like that. Okay, so then this one was cuteness, which you can tell by the pink center. Whoa, isn't this place humongous? The tension in the air, it's not all like a contest hall in the sticks. Yeah, I guess some of the other contest halls are in the sticks. Smartness contest stage. Be impressed by smart Pokemon. Yay, I entered the wrong contest. I entered this tough Pokemon in a smartness contest. Come on. Wow. Them with a smart Pokemon, with a smart looking rock smash. I spent many a year and all my wisdom besides raising this Pokemon to be smart. It won't be easily bested by some young pup's Pokemon. My dear wife, are you seeing this? There it is. If my Pokemon pulls a smart move next, the audience excitement will peak. Oh dear no, my darling Zubat Leaflight is so cute. I kept using it over and over, but all these mean people don't appreciate it at all. Yeah, smartness, we find cuteness to be, demeaning. We think you're just, you know, taking advantage. Okay, smart Pokemon and their trainers, are you ready to give it your best showing? Let's appeal! Are you enjoying this contest? Come back with 3 friends, and all of you may enter a contest. Yeah, you're beautiful, Grandpa! Even when trainers enter the same kind of Pokemon, they all seem to use different moves for appeals. It's just like the way people have different styles for battling. Yes, lots of different strategies in contests. I think the Pokemon that look smarter than their trainers by a lot. You know, I think you're probably right, sir. When all's said and done, I still love smartness contests. That intellectual green color, it's so, so cool. Be impressed with smart Pokemon. I think they changed the name of smart contest in the remakes to like cleverness, which, I mean, is the same thing, I suppose. It's definitely a different implication because like, smartness is actually like, you know, being intelligent, knowing things and stuff. While a contest is just kind of a visual display. So like clever, like you can look clever. Like I guess it's like, you know, so you're using certain moves. Like Rock Smash is a tough move. Let's look at our Pokemon's moves real quick. So like Ice Punch and Lovely Kiss, these are beauty moves. Confusion, that's a smart move. Sweet Kiss, that's a cute move. So like Confusion is smart because it's like, you know, it's kind of a psychic move. It's like kind of a ranged attack and you're using your mind to do it. Secret Power is a smart move because it's like you're using the environment to your advantage. Stun Spore is a smart move because it's like, you know, it's another kind of like indirect thing. Fly's a smart move because it's like technique. It's like a long display and it's like tactical kind of. Like, it all kind of makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I can basically look at every single one of these moves and, like, see why it's put in the category that it is. It's so interesting that they had to keep that up for, like, another generation or two. Or at least Gen 3 and 4 both had contests with the move system, I think. Might be wrong on that. Gen 4 definitely had contest stats. Okay, let's head up here. We have an optional rival fight we can do. I'm actually kind of running out of steam. It's past 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to do this rival fight and then maybe call it a day because we got quite a bit more Lily Cove left to do, and oh, I'm getting tired. So let's save. And this is actually going to be our final rival fight with Brennan. This is the last one. Never really goes any further than this. Oh, hey, it's 23 Caterpie. I'm running an errand for my dad. No, I'm not buying any dolls. Anyway, it's been a while. Want to have a battle to see who's been raising Pokemon better? Yeah. But you know I'm not going to lose to know 23 Caterpie. Sure you are. You've lost every other time, technically. Okay, that's gonna hurt. But not as bad as this Ice Punch. Okay, we could use Bracer for flying, we could use Fraser for confusion, we could use Chompster for water, we could use Confuzzle for confusion. Pretty much anything but Bernie could even resist fire, but not resist fighting. So, you're weak to fire, you're weak to fighting, you're weak to fire. So technically Gracer is probably the way to go. But I'm going to send in Chompster and use Surf, because that shit's going to be powerful. Really? But yeah, it's such a shame that your final rival fight doesn't even have a fully evolved Pokemon. And they're like right before they would evolve too. So it's like you would totally anticipate them to have another rival fight later where they're fully evolved, and they just don't. It's funny how the game tells you, oh, they're going to send in this Pokemon. You can switch if you want. And, like, you're rewarded for just knowing the Pokemon by its name and what to switch in for it. But it's just so interesting because it's like, technically they haven't sent it out yet. And so it's like, it's in their mind, like, okay, I'm going to send out this Pokemon. Or maybe they've, like, just said it out loud, but they haven't sent it out yet. And within that time, you switch out your Pokemon and send your next one before their feet even hits the ground. It's actually kind of funny. You've done a lot of raising. That stings a bit. I had a head start on you as a trainer. Yeah, dude, you're kind of falling behind. But you're so close. Like, that Shroomish could be a Breloom, that Combustion could be a Blaziken. That Wailmer could be a Wailord. Like, it really is a shame that you never really fully developed your team. I was planning on going home to Little Root. You know, I'm helping out my dad with his Pokedex. It's coming along pretty decently, so I should go show him. Caterpie, what are you going to do? Collect all the gym badges and take on the Pokemon League Challenge? Maybe I'll do that too. Well, anyways, hang in there. Yeah, the thing is, you don't really. Well, I think with that, I'm going to save and call it a night. Because I am tired. Next time, we'll explore the rest of Lily Cove and then head on over to the Team Aqua hideout. And then the ocean after that. So, hope you guys had a good time. If I'm going to stream it all anymore, it'll be tomorrow. But if not tomorrow, like, you know, I'm leaving town midday Friday, and I'm probably not going to be back until, I don't know exactly when. Maybe Sunday. But probably going to be too tired Sunday to stream, so. Well, if I don't stream tomorrow, it'll be early next week sometime. Well. See you guys then, I guess. Bye-bye.